Good morning. It's Thursday, June the 3rd, and we are back on trail heading north to Maine. So I had a good camp last night, and it didn't rain. Didn't rain all day yesterday, or it sprinkled a little bit, I guess, but we woke up dry and not as cold today. A little bit chilly, but not too bad. And yeah, we got out of camp early, and we hit the trail at 6:30 again today, so 2 days in a row. That's pretty good. So I'm hoping to do about 14 miles today, and again hoping the rain holds off. It's supposed to rain a little bit harder today and tonight, so we're still hoping that we don't get too much of that. So we're just going to go out and hope we have a good day like we did yesterday. Yesterday was awesome. Seeing all the different animals, the deer, the beaver, the porcupine that came up to our tent in the evening. So yeah, those things were cool, but we'll see what we can find today for you. And it looks like it's going to be a decent trail today. It has been decent since we left camp, so let's hope it stays that way. Alright, hope you all are doing well. Good to see you this morning, and well, you see us, we don't see you. But we know you're there, so yep, we'll see you on down the trail. It's pretty easy not to get lost on the trails you're following it. If you want to know where to go, you got the white blazes, but if you don't see any white blazes, you just follow the rocks. You look off to the sides, there's no rocks over there, and this side, a few little rocks and trees, but there's the trail. It's just all rocks. So yeah, pretty easy to follow the trail here. Okay, we got our first view of the day. That's looking off to the west. It's kind of a nice view. You can see it's gray and overcast today, a little bit heavier than yesterday. Had a few sprinkles and showers off and on, but it's still not too bad today. So it's not. Got our first deer of the day. She didn't seem to be too concerned about us. Okay, we just stopped for a little break, and actually had changed my socks. I had some little ankle socks on, and they kept slipping down inside my shoes for some reason, so changed my socks out. We had a little snack, and now we're back on trail again, and doing really well today. We're going for the record of the easiest trail section so far. Just doing a lot of old road walk for quite a bit. We had that one rock scramble and that climb up that cliff, but other than that, it's just been walking old overgrown roads, which has been pretty easy. So hopefully it'll continue for a little while longer anyway. So yeah, it's still overcast, still no rain. So yeah, we're happy about that too. So we're gonna go down the hill here a little ways and hopefully find a stream where we can fill up with water. Our campsite didn't have water last night, so but luckily we packed it in, knowing that in advance. So so now we're pretty much empty. So but yeah, we'll go down to the stream and get some more water. All right, Kendall was fussing about how hard the trail was, so now look at what we got to do. Yeah, we're back on Boulder Field again. Just when I was saying how nice the road was, it ended. And Kendall said the road wasn't nice. It was hard. And we're back on boulders again. Okay, we made it down to the stream. Went down there where it was flowing a little bit better to do a little filtering, and now we're heading up to a shelter which is about 2 miles away to have lunch. And we get fog rolling in for our great view. Nice. Still got some pretty flowers though. And rocky trail. Now we stopped for lunch. I always tell you in the video we're gonna go up to the shelter and stop for lunch, but I never actually show you us having lunch. So so here we are. We're at the Brink shelter. It's actually a little ways off trail. We were actually debating about whether or not to walk down here to eat, but I kind of wanted to have a table to sit out and sit and eat, and we're having some tuna and crackers, and we got some fruit snacks for dessert. So so yeah, we're just gonna sit here and eat our lunch and then get back up on the trail. Okay, we finished up our little lunch, and we're leaving the Brink shelter and headed back to the trails. So hope you guys had a good rest and you're ready to go back out. Again, this is not what I would normally think of when I hear New Jersey. So one of the things about New Jersey Trail is that it's seems very overgrown and brushy, very narrow. Another section of the trail have been too. Oh, there's a little fawn just went up the trail. Tiny little thing. Anyway, so yeah, the trail in New Jersey's been some parts good, still rocky like Pennsylvania for a while yet more, and just really brushy. Alright, let's go see if we can find that little fawn. And the fog is lifted enough to give us a cool little view of the lake down there. Not really sure which lake that is, I'll have to look it up, but yeah, it's a beautiful spot. Nice. And Kendall looked it up and found out it's called Culver's Lake. And so yeah, we're actually going to be heading down the hill and over towards that lake. I don't know if we'll actually hit it or not. I think we're going back up the ridge over on the left side of it over here. So, but we do have to go down through a little gap here right near the lake. So let's go. Okay, I need to update the score. We now have Kendall 4, up 3, so Kendall takes the lead in the fall department. If I'm not careful, I'm going to catch up to her. But yeah, for 3 days in a row now, Kendall has taken a tumble. But she's again okay. She got right back up again, and this time she just slid on some loose gravel and slid down pretty slow. It's a pretty controlled fall, so it didn't seem like she got hurt too bad. But still, it's getting a little wet out here with the fog and all. We haven't had a lot of rain, but still, it's just getting a little slick, and we're beginning to wonder if our shoes aren't wearing out quite a bit with the tread and all, that they just don't have the same tractions that we're used to them having. So that might be something for us to consider as we think about when to get new shoes. So anyway, yep, scores Kindle 4 up 3. Okay everyone, well, we've got a special treat for you today. Well, probably not so much for you, but a treat for us. We are actually going to make a little bit of our own trail magic. There's a tavern on this road called Jip's Tavern, and it's just like a block or two away. We're going to walk down there and get a real sit-down lunch there with some pub food. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out Jip's. Well, we found us a good spot to have lunch. Sitting here at Jip's Tavern, sitting out here on the balcony or on the patio overlooking the lake, and yeah, it's just a beautiful spot down here. We came down from up over there. Yeah, gonna have ourselves a little lunch. I ordered myself a cheeseburger. One of the first cheeseburgers I've had since I've been on trail. So yeah, we're happy to be here and getting ready to eat. We made it to this evening shelter. It's the Gren shelter, and ended up going 14.9 miles today. So it's a good day, and we both did really well. Kendall's doing fine after her fall. She's just got a few bruises and all, so it's not too bad. And we enjoyed our lunch at the restaurant that we went to up by the lake, and we're back up on the ridge. Found this campsite. We came to the Grand Shelter thinking the weather was going to be super bad and that we'd be soaking wet from the day, and it still has yet to really rain. It's been sprinkling off and on, but not enough to get anything wet even. So but we went ahead and put up our tents and figured if it rains, we'll just be drying our tents. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night, and thank you for being with us today, and we look forward to being with you all again tomorrow. So have a good night. Hey y'all, it's June 4th, and it's Friday morning, and we are getting packed up and getting ready to go this morning. And we did get a little bit of rain last night, not much. It kind of rained off and on, just little showers all through the night, but stayed dry and warm. Actually too warm in our tents last night. Could have used some drier weather so we could open things up and get some airflow, but it was really humid and warm last night, which was strange. Yeah, it's still overcast today, a little drippy wet, but it's still not too bad. I was able to get packed up dry, and everything's still dry inside. So yeah, we're just going to get up and get on the trail and head out. We only have like a 11.5 mile day today to do today, but yeah, the train looks like it's going to be a little bit rougher than normal. which is kind of strange because most normal days are pretty rough. So we'll have to see how today goes, but it is a little bit shorter day, so we're hoping that helps. So alright, I'm gonna see if I can get Kendall up out of her tent, and we'll get back on the trail. Okay, well, we did good. We got everything all packed up. Kendall's little tent was there. My little tent was over here in the woods. Nice dry spot there where my tent was, and got everything all cleaned up. Water filter's not there anymore, and yeah, Kendall's got her pack on. I obviously have mine on. It feels heavy, and we're gonna go ahead and get back on. And we are back on trail again on this foggy, damp morning. Again, not raining, but just foggy and damp, kind of like it's been the last 3 days. But looks like today will be the last of the weather. Still a chance of some rain this afternoon, but hopefully we'll be most of the way out. I'm just happy we've been packing up dry and staying dry during this stretch of weather. So all the weather has just kind of gone around us and missed us mostly. So, but yeah, it's supposed to start warming up again, and tomorrow it's supposed to be back up in the 90s again with sunshine. So yeah, it'll be a little warm, but it'd be good to see the sun again. So all right, we're gonna head up the trail here and see what we can find today. We just came out to a place on the top of the mountain called the Sunrise Pavilion. It's kind of a big stone shelter place on top of this hill. They've got a marker up here. Probably has pretty good views at some point, but not today. And it doesn't look like it'd be a great place to set up your tent because the stones just get condensation in it. But pretty wet in here. Nice benches somebody built though. But yeah, I'd imagine you sit up here and bring your breakfast up here and look at the sunrise, but not today. So Kendall was doing some research last night with our book and doing mileage and things like that, and come to find out this little insignificant spot on the trail has some significance for us. And at this point we are standing on the crossroads. If we go one step further, we are closer to Maine and Mount Katahdin than we are from our car that we left in Damascus, Virginia. So yeah, it kind of messes with my mind a little bit to think we've been walking this whole time, and it's not until today that we'll actually be closer to Mount Katahdin than our car that we left 2.5 months ago. So still not halfway on the trail yet, though. It's kind of confusing, but we still have to do the southern portion from Georgia back up to the car. So we got a little bit further yet before we're halfway on the entire trail. But pretty significant spot here that one step further and we're closer to Mount Katahdin than the car. So all right, let's go ahead and take that step. And in case you're wondering, the trail is not easy. We still got rocks. So And with the rain we had last night, wasn't much rain, but was enough to make them quite slippery. Yeah, we made it to our first stopping point of the day. Got a little shelter here. Just gonna stop and have a granola bar and drink a soda that I actually packed out from the tavern yesterday. So yeah, it's a good little spot to stop and have a little snack here in the sunshine. So nice. Got some snake action, man. He's quick, he's gone. A little bit of snake.
Once again, up, stepped right over him, and I almost stepped on him.
Kendall has to see all the snakes. I don't get to see any of them. And we got our first view of the day. Fog is finally starting to lift and we're starting to be able to get out and see a little bit more, but yeah, kind of a nice little valley down in there. Good spot. And we get a few good ups today. Haven't had a lot of them, but got a few of these hills that are pretty steep going up. And it's cloudy today, but you saw the sun peeking through a little bit earlier. Just raised the humidity. And it's just super humid out. Makes these going ups a lot harder. But looks like we're almost to the top. Good job. Okay, it's about 1:40 and we stopped to have a little snack. We had some crackers and such, and we're heading out. And actually the sky's gotten really dark and I've been hearing some thunder off in the distance, but luckily we're getting this shuttle to Hostel tonight. So we only got about a half mile left to go, and she's coming to pick us up here in about another half an hour. So hopefully it'll hold off raining until then. But yeah, we're going into Mosey's Hostel and spend the night. We're going in mainly because we need to get a few more groceries. The supplies we bought at Delaware Water Gap are starting to get a little thin, so we scheduled to go into Mosey's place, and yeah, we got good reviews on that place, so hopefully it'll be all right. So and let's head down to the trailhead and see if we can find Mosey down there before it rains. Let's go. Okay, y'all, we made it to Mosey's Hostel, and very sweet lady that picked us up and even took us by McDonald's on the way in so we get a little something to eat. So, it's a kitchen area here and dining room. She serves breakfast tomorrow morning for us, but we're probably going to go get something to eat this evening. Living room here. Down the hallway here is the bathroom, and then this is the bunk room. She's got 6 bunks here. So, and I think she's also got somebody else pulling in a small little RV trailer that'll be staying here for the night. But anyway, yeah, it's a good spot to be. So we're gonna get settled here, get showers, get some laundry done, and then probably run back over to the ShopRite store to do a little shopping, pick up some resupplies. So yeah, it started raining just as she picked us up there at the park headquarters, so it's nice to be able to get in out of the rain tonight and not have to worry about setting up tents or anything. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and get cleaned up, and we'll talk to you soon.